Next up for the Sourdough Sidekick, field testing. So what is field testing? This is where we actually take the product out into a field of wheat, pick the wheat, put it in the Sidekick. No. So what is field testing? Well, that's where we pick a handful of local users and we get the product into their home so they can test it, live with it, and give us that final feedback. It's a critical step before we get to mass production, which is right around the corner. We picked our field testers. We're excited to get the product into their hands. So let's go meet a few of them.
Hi, I'm Craig. Very excited to be here. My sourdough journey started kind of in the COVID days when we were all sitting around with not much to do and needed food, and started making bread. Actually, it started, my mother and grandmother made a lot of bread in their days. So I picked it up. It's been a wonderful journey. I make bread, I make pizza crust and cookies and all kinds of stuff. I'm very excited to try one of these Sidekick models as opposed to doing it by hand. What a pain it's been over these years. But so this is really cool. Couldn't be happier, and thank you for the invitation to try this puppy out.
Hi, I'm Kate, and I have been doing sourdough for 3 years. This is my starter, and my typical starter maintenance is actually keeping him in the freezer. So I'm a bad sourdough mom, and I used to do it a whole lot, but then I got really tired of keeping him up all the time and keeping him in the refrigerator. So I want to do sourdough at least once a week, but I lack the planning and foresight to keep him fed and happy so that he's like at the right level for my sourdoughs. Well, lately I've been really doing a lot of focaccia, and especially since I brought my sourdough starter back, I've been doing a lot of sourdough focaccia from King Arthur Baking. It's my favorite recipe. And I do bread rolls. I just made baguettes, and then I also do a lot of pizza rolls, pizza dough, so that I have them stocked up. I absolutely can't wait to get started. This is gonna be so much fun. This is the most exciting thing that's happened for Christmas this year.
Hi, I'm Peter Heiniger. I'm gonna be one of the field testers for this Sourdough Sidekick. It's really cool because FirstBuild has talked to me throughout the process, and they even let me be one of the original beta testers for one of the first prototypes. So I've kind of gotten to see it walk through all its iterations. I liked the first one. I liked the original version, even though there was a lot of stuff to work through. So I'm really excited to see where it's gotten to. I haven't used one since that first prototype, so I've watched all the videos. I know this is going to be a lot easier to use, a lot more user-friendly. Really excited to see how it works. I got into baking sourdough over COVID, like I think a lot of bakers did. So it's been about 5 years. Lately, I've been mainly making focaccia. So I love the ease of focaccia. There's not a lot of shaping work that you have to do there, and it's something that you can kind of set and forget. But I am, over the Christmas season, I'm going to be getting into making some more boules because they make a good gift. So that's especially where the strength of your starter comes into play. If you have a good, strong, active starter, I expect to get kind of taller, better loaves. So I'm excited to see if I can tell the difference between my regular starter and my Sourdough Sidekick fed starter.
My name is Lauren, and I've been making sourdough since last September. So I've been trying to go on more of a holistic journey in making things at home. And I've been making cashew milk, I've been making salad dressing, and so bread seemed like an awesome next step. And one of my friends actually gave me her starter, which was well established already, and I took that and started making my own dough from it. So my friend that I got my starter from, hers was named Eleanor. And since mine is a descendant of Eleanor, mine is named Lenora. So for me, daily feeding just seems a little excessive, so I keep it in the fridge currently because I typically only bake about once a week. So having the opportunity to have a machine feed for me every single day and I not have to, put in that manual labor is really exciting to me. I think a pain point also is, having to measure out the exact amounts and make sure the ratios are correct every time to make sure you get that, perfect equation. So I got my starter actually the end of July last year, and I fed it for about a month and a half before I ever attempted to actually make dough and make bread because I was nervous and the process was a little overwhelming. And I think if I would have had something like this Sidekick at that time, I probably would have been a little less nervous because I would have known that my measurements would have been perfect, the timing would have been perfect, and it would have taken all the guesswork out of it.
So there's our field testers. We're really looking forward to getting that feedback from them over the next couple of weeks. Mass production is right around the corner, so we're going to keep working on it. Stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.